Hello, hello. Good evening. Let me come closer to you. So yeah, question about watching stream later. Yes, I'm planning to keep this stream kind of in live streams playlists available, so you will be able to watch it later. And yeah, anyways, I'm planning to make kind of dedicated video on this topic. Hopefully on next week. I don't like promises, but okay, let's put myself on spot. I will try to make kind of dedicated video on this on this stream. Don't you have sound? Really? Can you confirm that we don't have sound on the stream? Is it true? Interesting. Anyone else? Or that is just Andy without sound? Okay, let me check. Okay. Okay. Andy, so okay. Okay. Seems that that is problem on your side. Sorry. Or Andy just trolling me. Okay, perfect. So yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, about one more time. Question about will stream be available later? Yes, it will be. Hi Megan, glad to see you. Hello everyone. Hey, Hola probably was for Brazil, but yeah, hello, yeah. Hi everyone. Okay, glad to hear that most of you hear me. Nice. Yeah, intro sound was louder, so make adjustments. Sorry, yeah. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so hopefully you'll figure that out. Yeah, kind of today I would like to make, I don't know, I don't have any kind of presentation. I have some talking points that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to kind of make just kind of just chat stream and talk about working in public mostly and sharing your work, and maybe to talk about some cons and pros what I see, and yeah, maybe you would like to share your opinion on that. I will be very happy to hear that. And also, if you have any questions on the topic, feel free to ask. Basically, let's try to make like an, I don't know, open discussion on the topic. And yeah, as I said probably already, yeah, I will try to make a dedicated video on this topic on the next week. So that is kind of my warm up and kind of getting feedback from you on this topic as well, just to have kind of broader view on that. And yeah, what is this kind of work on public? So basically, um, that is kind of popular term lately, and it becomes more and more popular as I see that, because I don't know, years ago, kind of most popular way of building products was kind of keep your idea in secret, because everyone is kind of scared that idea will be stolen and so on, and try to build this product, whatever it is, application, service, something. Okay, I'm talking mostly about software products, but you can apply that on any kind of technology. And yeah, that was kind of way of building stuff years ago, but currently there are more and more bigger companies, small startups or indie developers who are building in public, basically sharing what they are doing, how they are doing, what's going on with their business, what is their business ideas, what they are building, what are struggles building those products, and also even revenue numbers, all that stuff. So that's kind of interesting and helpful information for everyone who is building something, in my opinion. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about some pros and cons, what I see here, and yeah, what I am doing in that area as well. Because I'm building things in public as well. I am basically what I'm doing. I am iOS developer. I'm building iOS apps most of my, I don't know, awake time, and part of that work is for freelance customers. I'm not sharing much about that work. I'm sharing when we kind of, I don't know, when I'm releasing something bigger, just to show what I was working at, what I did so far, basically stuff like that, kind of share what I did. But for my own projects, I'm sharing quite a lot. What I am building, how I am building, what are my kind of loss and wins and revenue numbers and all that stuff. Okay, let me check if we have any questions so far. No, perfect. Hey, hello, Pizzano. Yeah, yeah, that's true, Richard. That's true, but that is kind of not only way how you can share your work, but yeah, live streaming is one of the ways how to do that. And interactions with chat, those can be bad and those can be good as well. Let me explain. So basically, who cares about this sharing in public? So yeah, there are plenty of kind of companies who are doing that, but who cares about sharing in public? Yeah, other kind of creators just to see what, I don't know, other companies are doing in the market and so on. That maybe is not so interesting for creators, but those could be support groups, basically loyal users who are kind of want to support product, or some kind of peer group, whatever. Basically, anyone who is supporting you as creator, and also customers. Basically, those are potential or existing customers who could be interested in what you are doing in the project. What is the progress on the project and all that stuff. So what do I do personally? How I am sharing? I am basically sharing. I'm quite active on Instagram. I am active here on YouTube. I'm active on Twitch. I'm doing kind of those co-working live streams on Twitch, and basically I'm showing what exactly I'm doing here, and what can be shared. And I'm sharing progress on the work, as Richard already mentioned, that streaming, live streaming, that iOS development. And yeah, there is live interaction with chat, which can be helpful, and maybe it is not helpful at all. Because maybe that is not your supporters group, maybe those are not your customers. For example, one of my products is free diving application, which is very niche, very specific application for free divers. I'm unlikely any of my customers are on Twitch and on my streams. Maybe some of them are on Twitch, but most likely none of them are on the Twitch and watching my live streams. So interaction with that auditory as that customer or supporters group. Customer group is definitely is not here. Supporters group, yes, actually it is, because there are kind of support from iOS development community. I started to use, for example, I started to use Swift UI. That is kind of learning experience for me, because before I used UI kit, and I'm getting help from the chat, suggestions how to work better with that, and all that stuff. Also, yeah, I was lucky enough to meet new friends. Megan, for example, I met her on Twitch. Monsignor B, for example, he's designer. He actually helped with designs for one of my apps. So it is kind of helpful. There is live interaction. You are making new friends, and you can even get practical help on development. For one of applications, what I built live on the streams, that was kind of fun application. I built it on iPad, and I released that in test flight. I got testers on test flight, and I got feedback on this application, even in that kind of beta version when it was released only in test flight without releasing into the App Store. Actually, frankly, I do not plan to release it in the App Store. That was just joke application. But anyways, yeah. So feedback from early users. And basically, yeah, what else can be shared? You can share whatever. You can share screenshots. You can share designs. You can ask for feedback. Basically, I posted different icons, app icons for one of my applications. When I launched it, I posted them on Instagram stories. You can vote in Instagram stories. I just posted in Instagram stories and asked, hey, which app icon you like better? The same I did on Twitter. I posted on Twitter and asked, hey, which would you like better? Yeah, which would one you would click in the App Store? And I got kind of feedback on those icons. I had 3 or 4, I don't remember exactly. It doesn't matter. I had multiple versions of them. Asked for feedback, got them, so made my kind of decisions based on that. Also, yeah, you can share kind of business insights and so on. How that is helpful? Hard to say. For me, why I am sharing some business numbers? I'm sharing business numbers, revenue, basically, just to show what is kind of possible to do to single developer on spare time, just to inspire others. That is one reason. Another reason is to keep myself accountable. For example, in last year, I had a goal to get to the 1,000 in sales, in monthly revenue from my own applications. And I was on about 400 something, and I had to kind of push myself quite a bit to double those sales. And yeah, I was kind of thinking about business decisions, how to do that, what to do that. And yeah, that kind of helped me to be accountable. And I shared all that process on live streams. And then we started almost every live stream with opening revenue cut numbers to take a look on numbers, where we are, how far we are from the 1,000, all that stuff. And yeah, that chat on Twitch, it was kind of involved, and it is kind of, yeah, it is some kind of distraction, yeah, but at the same time, that was additional pushing for me to kind of do not forget to move forward and reach those numbers. So that was helpful. Yeah, and we got on that 1K last year, and this year I put for myself goal to get to the 3K in monthly sales, and I put that on my Twitch bio. No, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch as well, but on Twitter. On Twitter bio, and kind of, yeah, keeping my eye on that. And I'm behind my goal. I'm not kind of reaching it yet, but so that means that I have to kind of keep myself accountable and try to push kind of more myself towards this goal. So basically, that's what we can share as creators. Hey, hello. Yeah, I'm doing well. A few more questions. What we have here. What do I think about open source killing jobs? I do not see that happening, because someone should support that open source projects anyways. Basically, if you are supporting open source projects, you should find a way to get paid to do that. Otherwise, and companies should support those open source products if business relies on them. Otherwise, support will be dropped one day, and yeah, everything will be out of luck. Yeah, exactly. New friends are great, and that is that's working in public, building in public helps to connect with like-minded people and having that peer group and like-minded people is very important, because building, I don't know, in the corner of the living room like I do alone, it is kind of a bit lonely. How long have you been learning English? Hard to say. I didn't, as you may see from my grammar, I didn't learn it properly. I just brute force method, same like programming. I try to use it, and that's it. Yes, yeah, that is so. Especially if you are working as solo developer, that instant feedback is kind of really good. So I wrote down some talking points about basically where to share. So Twitter is kind of popular place, but I will say that you have to find what works for you, which platform, which medium works for you. If you are kind of, if you do not mind to be in front of camera, YouTube, Twitch live streams, all of that works. If you don't like that, if you like, for example, it takes a lot of time also. Video content takes enormous amount of time. Writing, especially short form writing like Twitter, is way much faster. Twitter is very popular place. Also, you should share. Ideally, you should share where your audience is. If this audience is on Twitter, nice. Almost everyone is on Twitter, but yeah, nice. If you are building B2B, business to business products, then probably LinkedIn is better place to share your products. If you are building, share your progress, share your kind of, yeah, what are you doing. Twitch, again, very specific audience, mostly gamers, a little bit programmers, and I don't know who else. Not, I don't know. YouTube, that is kind of like nowadays television. Everyone is on YouTube, but you can find specific niches. So whatever works for you. Blog posts, of course, they will work, but anyways, you would like to share them somewhere on social platforms, right? Yeah, exactly, as Megan said. And kind of feedback also is different. Yeah, for example, Megan's wife is great and supportive, but maybe she is not target audience. That is one, and definitely she is not programmer. The same for my wife as well. For example, yeah. Also, if your family and friends is not the best feedback group, because they always would like to be kind of friendly, supportive, blah blah blah, but you like to have kind of real facts, real feedback, right? Yeah, Luke. Luke is YouTuber as well, and yeah, he knows video takes a normal amount of time. Flutter roadmap for 2020 for my products. Unlikely I will have time for that. I'm planning to stick. Talking about Flutter, I'm planning to give it kind of one try for production application for smaller project, but I just afraid. So my goal for this year is get to those 3K in the sales, in the revenue, and Flutter is will not help to do that. So unlikely I will do that in this year, but we'll see. So how to do that we already discussed it. What to share, where to share, why to share. We kind of touched that a little bit, but I have kind of list of points of bullet points, kind of benefits. What are benefits? Basically, that is faster feedback loop. You get basically instant feedback from your audience, and you don't need to go through all the build release cycle. You can share some prototypes, screenshots, design ideas, whatever, and get feedback on those. All right. Also, you can attract your you can attract new audience for your product by sharing it and kind of get them onto the testing in MVP stage, in test flight, in beta versions, and so on. Again, that is kind of faster feedback loop. You can validate your product, basically see kind of are there interest about this product, what exactly the audience like to see. Accountability, I already mentioned that. That was kind of relatively, and still is relatively big point for me. That accountability is that, for example, if I'm doing live streams, that I'm saying, okay, I will work, for example, for 2 hours in a day on my own projects. I'm saying just as example that no, and I'm going to live stream that. So unlikely I will kind of go into the YouTube rabbit holes and waste my time in during those 2 hours. If I'm on live stream, most likely I will work on that project. And yeah, Richard has good point about this distractions from chat, but I will say so that yeah, it is kind of distraction from work, but that positive feedback, all that stuff, what I said, that new friends, all that stuff, that is great, but also it is kind of I'm kind of choosing way of procrastination. If I'm paying a lot of time and attention on chat, it's kind of fine because I'm communicating with my kind of audience, because I'm content creator as well. I'm creating YouTube videos, I'm creating content on Instagram, and most likely you you are on this live stream, so most likely you are my audience, right? And I have live interaction with you, and that is also a valuable thing. I better spend time on chat communicating with other like-minded people, with audience, with people who are doing about the same thing, and better than procrastinate, I don't know, scrolling mindlessly Instagram or watching YouTube videos. So yeah, yeah, exactly. So for solo developer, it is kind of hard to get yeah feedback on the product, and especially if you're releasing application and the application has very few downloads, and usually I have application with thousands. That freediving application, it has, when we shared last time numbers, it was on about 5 or 6 thousand monthly users, and I'm getting few emails in a month. I have feedback kind of link in the application, and there are few feedbacks emails in a month. So that's not much. And I don't know how many users you have to get kind of more bigger amount of data. Yeah, what else? So by building on public, showing your struggles, vulnerabilities, whatever you are doing, that kind of build trust and connection with your audience. I believe if your audience and your customer, of course, are on that medium where you are sharing. But yeah, that is kind of building trust between you and customers. If you are looking into growing, whatever way of growing, maybe you are looking for investors to raise money, or you are looking to hire someone. So this working in public, building in public, definitely will help to attract investors and attract talents to work together. So again, I kind of attracted and got design feedback from designer because I live stream it on Twitch. Monsignor B, it's nice. So and also you are kind of building your online presence. I'm talking a lot about importance of online presence. I have a YouTube video about online presence on YouTube, on my channel, why it is important, how to do that, why to do that. So check that out if you are interested. Just search for online presence. But it is important nowadays. Nowadays, I don't know. No one. Yeah, you need that CV just to get through that first HR checklist, but that online presence helps to build your network, and network is kind of the best way to get new jobs, new contracts, whatever you are looking for, or just promote your products, whatever you have. So yeah, that's kind of my short list about benefits. Of course, there are cons as well. I'm not saying that there are not, maybe distractions. You have to spend time on that, right? If you are live streaming, that is a lot of time. If you create videos, that is even more time, and so on. So you have to invest time in that, and yeah, most likely it is beneficial for you, but still, you kind of have to invest time in that, and you have to choose what will you do. You will do this way of marketing by building in public, or you will add few more features to your product. uh, Marketing almost always is better idea, but still, if you don't have yet working product, that's kind of hard choice what to do. Kind of spend time on sharing progress on product, talk about product, or do exact kind of work on the product. There are probably most of founders has fear about sharing kind of your work, kind of fear of failing in public. I'm not different. I have those fears as well. It is kind of, I don't know, it is not comfortable to be kind of very silly, kind of push your up all the time, or something like that. It is not comfortable to learn in public. For example, Swift UI was relatively new thing for me on the beginning of the year, and yeah, I'm still, I don't know, just googling publicly stuff and putting stuff together to ship applications. Oh, hey, Michaela. Nice to see you here. Hello. So fear of failure, that is kind of strong thing, but I don't know. One thing I can say only, that is kind of spotlight effect. You kind of feeling that usually everyone is kind of feeling that that spotlight effect. There was some other term for that, but it is kind of feeling that everyone kind of watching you and laughing on your errors and mistakes. But actually, it is not so. It's not so scary. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of friends made from working in public, the same. I met Michaela on Instagram when she started her online kind of moving to iOS journey, and yeah, it's nice, also a platform to share your progress on Instagram. If you are a visual person, you can make videos, short videos, photos, all that stuff. That is less time consuming than YouTube, of course. So what else? Yeah, anxiety and insecurities of putting your product in front of many eyeballs before it is ready. But there is very thin line. For example, engineers, if you are kind of that depends what you are kind of more in your head. I probably are more like still more like product manager. I don't have big problems to push MVP out into the market, but I see from other developers to whom I was working together on other projects, developers basically don't like to ship products at all, because they would like to cover everything with tests, and even everything is covered, they would like to run through QA multiple times, and even then better do not ship, because maybe something is not 100% perfect. Yeah, and so it's kind of even more scary to share unfinished product, to share progress working on that product. Oh, Monsignor B here as well. Hey, Jeremy. Yeah, whole live streaming crowd is here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Michael, YouTube is a lot of work. That's a lot, and yeah, Luke can confirm that as well. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, how much time you can spend on one YouTube video. So yeah, from all those yeah, from all those insecurities, maybe some oversharing, all that stuff, mental health issues also could be a problem if you feel that you are kind of all the time in some spotlight, especially if you are kind of live streaming long hours, creating content, all that stuff. Just, I don't know, you just may feel that you are doing everything and all the time and too much and all that stuff. So, I don't know. Keep that in mind. Take breaks if it is needed, all that stuff. But yeah. Those are kind of more like insecurities, mental health, all that stuff. I think that is important to keep in mind. But yeah, basically do what you feel comfortable to do. Do not push yourself too much, and that will be fine. From business perspective, I see, yeah, that it can be problem. For example, if you are sharing everything, some copycats or competitors who are not sharing their kind of numbers, progress, plans, whatever they are doing, that that can be unfair advantage for them. They can basically take a look what you are doing, what steps you are doing, what things you are building, and what is impact. Is it positive? Is it negative? And basically then try to copy your success and do not repeat your failures. That can be a problem. Um, for small kind of indie developers, I don't think that is a big problem. I don't think that is a real problem, but for bigger companies, yeah, that could be. When I created video about my revenue experiment and I shared exactly what I did, how that helped me to double my revenue, all that stuff. Someone asked, DM'd me on Instagram and asked, "Hey, why do you share all those numbers? You are kind of attracting competitors." I don't know. We had this discussion with that person. Basically, I think that, if this application is in small niche, you are kind of earning small money from that small niche. Really, no one will go to compete for that niche. But yeah, that person asked, "Oh, don't you mind if I will build application in this niche as well?" Basically, yeah, it was very nice copycat, yeah. And yeah, it is not first or last copycat application that I see in the market. And yeah, risks like that exists. So yeah, maybe yeah, not everything should be shared. For example, I was sharing regularly my revenue when I started, I was working on that kind of my goal to get to that 1,000 in revenue. Currently, I'm still sharing my monthly recurring revenue, and I keeping it on my Twitter profile, and that is automatically updated from Chartmagul data. But uh, I'm not showing kind of downloads for applications which are generating that money and all that stuff. Kind of sharing a little bit less. So that's kind of, yeah. Yeah, Michaela, yeah, shared, yeah, how built, yeah. Check out Michael's stories on Instagram. Okay, yeah, that's about cons. I still think that this kind of building in public, sharing what you are doing, those benefits are kind of, yeah, better than those cons are very minimalistic, and benefits are kind of big. And I'm still doing that. I'm still sharing my progress, and I'm planning to kind of continue to do that building public thing. And I'm kind of suggesting you to give it a try. So, kind of summary for that. So basically, think about channel. Where is your target audience? Basically, to have benefits. Ideally, you would like to get your product in front of your audience. If you are building, I don't know, for product for, I don't know, for moms staying at home and, I don't know, rising home, teaching kids, I don't know, unlikely those are in in the same circle that you have. For example, if you are following developers on Twitter and streaming for developers and gamers on Twitch, unlikely your target audience is there. So try to find where is your target audience and start to share there. Twitter most likely will work for everyone, but yeah. Anyway, so that thing, then also think about channel which feels comfortable for you. I don't know. I will be happy to see each and every one of you on YouTube, but YouTube, I think, is the worst thing to use because of time consuming. Just to say, we had discussion today on Twitch about how much time it takes to make a YouTube video, and someone expected that 1 hour video will take 3 hours. It is not even close. About 5 to 10 minute video will take, for me at least, 6 to 10 hours in kind of idea, script writing, filming, editing, releasing, all that cycle for up to 10 minutes video will be 6 to 10 hours of work for me. So probably shorter type of content, video, TikTok, for example. TikTok could work, yeah. Everyone is on TikTok nowadays. Short videos on TikTok, those may go viral. I shared one video when I built application, but unfortunately that wasn't a real product. That was just kind of test application, login screen for my test project. And it went viral. I got about 3 million views on that one video. On TikTok, stuff like that may happen. Yes, YouTube is very time consuming, and go for Twitter, yeah, before it is too late. Exactly. And think about platform where you will be able to stay consistent. I think that Twitter is kind of safe bet. Start with Twitter before Elon ruined that, and start from there, because it is important to be consistent. As Megan said, it is hard to be consistent on YouTube because life happens, and one YouTube video takes a lot of time. But you would be like to be kind of faster and more effective with this sharing to have faster response loop. So YouTube is not perfect. Shorter content will work better. So and then kind of decide what type of content that will be. For designers, most likely those are kind of visual things, pictures of design, maybe some short videos for mockups. For developers, basically the same. User interface pictures, some visual mockups, some short videos, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, everything will work. Do not afraid to overshare. Also, it is totally fine to post the same video across multiple platforms. I was feeling kind of bad about doing that first because I was feeling kind of that I'm kind of spamming my audience, but audience is not the same across all the platforms. That is one thing, and another thing is that not everyone will see that video. Even if you are following me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, if you don't, you should. And I will post the same video on all the platforms. Maybe you will see it on one platform only. Maybe on 2 platforms. But anyways, yeah. Oh, 60-second short, 3 days on evenings. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Jeremy. It is so, yeah. Jeremy is very productive, and 3 apps shipped in very short period of time. It's kind of crazy, yeah. Yeah, about with TikTok, it is so just you can't really predict. I have some gut feeling on Instagram. I can kind of guess which reel will be more popular, which reel will be less popular on Instagram, but it's hard to say about TikTok. I don't know. TikTok algorithm is just crazy. And I kind of tried to do very similar videos for that one video that went viral. And I tried to do kind of similar videos, and they didn't work so well, yeah. Not even close. And yeah. And do not afraid to experiment with different types of content. I don't know. Try different types of content, text, pictures, videos. See what works, what you like to create, with which type of content you are most effective, on which type of content you are getting best results. I will say pictures and videos helps even on Twitter, which is kind of initially was more like text-based social network, but you will see way more interactions on your post if you have image attached to it. So yeah, and that's basically, I'm looking in my notes. Probably I'd said everything what I wanted to say. And that was my TED talk about building in public. And yeah, I will keep this live stream in live stream sections, but it will be not published as a video. You will not see it appearing as a video on channel, but if you will go into the live streams playlist, you will find it. If you have any questions, if you want to discuss that a little bit more, we can stay a bit and discuss that. But yeah, it will be really helpful if you have any questions, because I'm kind of planning to make a dedicated video on this topic and I could cover them. Feel free to DM me on social networks or just write comments if you don't ask those questions now, or if you are watching this live stream in record, comments are open. Feel free to ask them. Oh, content ideas, yeah. Yeah, that's I am very kind of I'm not very good at planning on Instagram. Quite often, usually that is something that I have in the mind at that day. For example, that reel that I made yesterday about indie developers commute to the work, I had that idea in the day before. Basically, when I went to sleep, I was come up with that idea, and on the morning I wake up and executed on that video idea. Today's reel, that wasn't even idea. That was just, I don't know, moving around my setup here with phone, and that's it. When I started on Instagram, I was writing very long captions, but after some time, I don't know, I did that for a very long time. I was writing very long captions, and I didn't feel even good if I just posted, I don't know, picture with nothing, just, I don't know, happy Monday, something like that. I didn't do that because I felt that it is kind of waste of time of audience. And yeah, but usually that was something, some ideas, something that come in mind in that specific day. I never writing captions in advance. Sometimes, but very rarely, I'm doing few photos and editing those in advance. I don't know, 4 or 5 photos, but are also not often. And that's it. Sometimes I'm planning some content in advance, but usually that is for YouTube. For YouTube, I have some backlog with ideas of videos what I would like to make. I have those in different stages of readiness. I'm starting to write some scripts or do some research for videos, but that's it. For Instagram, Still, I don't know how many years. 2.5, 3 years on Instagram. Still no planning at all. What do you think? How it is possible to develop on laptop MacBook Pro 2015? Yeah, definitely it is. Is it good machine for development? No, it is not. Is it possible? Yes. Let me check. Oops. Sorry. Let me check on my YouTube channel. Let me switch a little bit. Let's go and check my YouTube channel. I had one video about that. That was something about cheap. Cheap. Yeah, this one. Yeah, in this video, I used, that video was recorded how many? 1 year ago. And 1 year ago, I used MacBook Air from 2013. I still have it at home. My daughter is using it. And it kind of works. Is it a great machine for software development? Of course it is not. But if you have more kind of... can I post it? Yes, I can. If you have more time than money, that will work for you. Because you will wait on compiler and all that stuff. But yeah, it will work. I used that machine for a few days. My 16-inch MacBook Pro died, and I used that MacBook Air from 2013 for a few days for working on production product. It was slow as death, and I used on that machine only Xcode, and I didn't even run simulators. I used I ran the application on the device, emails, Slack, everything was on iPad, but it compiled project, and that wasn't impossible to use it. If the 2015 MacBook Pro has 16 gigabytes of RAM, that will be okay-ish machine. 8 gigabytes of RAM, kind of hard. My Air has 4 gigabytes of RAM. My daughter is still using it for school. It's fine. It's working. Do you use software to edit Reels? Yes, if it is kind of more or less serious edit, I'm using Final Cut Pro. It is just faster and better than any mobile apps. And yeah, start talking about revenue sharing. I can show some charts. Basically, I'm focusing on monthly revenue rate, monthly recurring revenue. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm concentrating now, and that's kind of growing, and that number is in my Twitter profile. If you will open my profile, I have here my monthly revenue rate that is automatically updated from Chartmagul. That's basically, that's what I'm kind of sharing publicly on my profile. Okay. Yeah, question. Why I'm developing for iOS devices but not for Android? Because financial decisions. There is generally on the world, there are more Android users, but if you are counting only persons who are willing to pay for apps, there are more iOS users who are willing to pay for mobile apps. And my business model is not kind of getting all the possible customers, like, I don't know, Facebook, for example, and then kind of make money on their data or on ads or whatever. My business model is build application and sell it to the end user. And Android users I have nothing against Android users. There are many Android phones which are more expensive than iOS devices. There are many paying Android customers, but in general, iOS users are more open to spend money on apps. Hey, Jose. Hey. Talking about friends met online, and we had a beer in Portugal. That was nice, and we met on Instagram because I and he doing stuff online. Yeah. Hey, Dragon Dust. Hello. How long I am coding? Let's count only professionally. I am freelancing as iOS developer since 2016. I started to learn iOS development back in... Okay, I have a video about that. Basically, on my channel, there is video how I become... let me see. Do I have a link for it? Yeah, I have. Basically, there is video how I become iOS developer. There is that story, but short answer is professionally I'm programming since 2016, let's say so. How do I do that? Basically, if I want to use some specific sound in my video, I am just finding video which using that sound. I downloading that video from the Instagram. Then I'm using that video as a sound for my edit in the Final Cut Pro. And after that, I just delete it or mute that video, which is kind of below. Do I have... Let me check if I have my video. I will check if I have any video to show kind of example. Otherwise, I'm kind of showing on fingers. It is kind of tricky thing. I don't know if it is most effective way to do that as I do. Short. Probably here I have something. No, already moved to the... Let me check media. Yeah, probably already kind of moved that to the... I already moved that to the backup disk. It's not here, yeah. What is that chart thing? Yes, I can share, of course. That is chart Magul. It is chart Magul. You have basically until 10K in a month, something like that, you have free access to that. After that, you have to start paying. And it is very interesting because you see that churn, how you're kind of, what is your, I don't know, annual run rate, whatever, customer lifetime value, things like that. You can see how your free trials moving, how leads, how your trial to paid customer conversation looks like. It is really helpful. I highly suggest you, if you're kind of taking care about analytics, I highly suggest you to give it a try. Chart Magul, here it is. Let me post it in the chat. And I am currently on free tier, and we'll see. I will be happy to have that problem to decide. Am I going to the am I going to pay for it or not? How do you download video from the Instagram? There are plenty of Instagram downloaders. Download Instagram Reels. Seems that I used this one. Basically, you posting link here. You can get link or web or in mobile application. Post link here, download, done. And let me check. Maybe I have, here is my backup disk for video projects. I remember that I did Orbit K. Yeah, this one. I remember that I used okay, I have exports only, and I already deleted. I already deleted that project. Yeah, for that specific, I remember that I used Star Wars music, and that was from Instagram. And yeah, I did that. I just downloaded another reel which used that music. Then I had basically the same music clip that you have on the Instagram. I edited on that sound, then deleted that clip. Basically, I used that below my kind of timeline as music, and uploaded. Basically, made clip without sound. Uploaded that from phone to Instagram. Added that music. Done. I will say, I don't know. I saw that my it maybe that helps if you are using kind of trendy sounds, if you are kind of following that trend, that specific trend. But I'm not kind of jumping much on those trends. And to be frank, I also kind of hate those videos when you are kind of running some trendy music and then kind of pointing fingers. I don't know. Best 10 kind of APIs for X and kind of pointing fingers. I see that those videos are getting views. Basically, what do you need to become iOS developer? Learn Swift UI, download Xcode, build applications. Those videos work. They are getting views. They are generating views, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you will see posted video like that from me, you know I'm kidnapped, and I don't know, those kidnappers said to me to post something on socials to make it view that I am kind of alive and everything is fine. I don't know. Never say never. Maybe I will do that as a joke sometimes, but I don't like those videos. So a few questions. Miss, do you prefer storyboards or programming approach for UI kit, and why? I see programming approach. If you are using UI kit, that I let me say so. I tried both, but I'm sticking with storyboards and hibs. I'm staying for small storyboards, small as possible. I don't know if it is necessary just one view or two views in storyboard, but okay, let's say not more than 5 screens in the storyboard and hibs and hib files, and then add all that kind of sauce on top by code, kind of doing all that customization, all that stuff. Writing all of the code in all the user interface in code for UI kit, in my opinion, is waste of time. That is a lot of unnecessary code, a lot of writing, or if you are not writing, mindless copying, which can generate errors. I don't know. You kind of can reuse those, kind of copy paste that code. I kind of heard that opinions. You can copy paste those user interface which are in code in UI kit, but to be frank, you can copy paste storyboards as well. There is no difference. I don't know. I tried both, and I think that it is unnecessary code. Less code is better, and yeah, of course, Swift UI is better in my opinion. Today, if I can choose, I'm going with Swift UI. Swift or Swift UI, that is the wrong question. And what difference in backend is not a question at all. Swift is programming language, and Swift UI is framework to build user interface. By Swift, you can, I don't know, sort arrays, write if else cases, all that stuff, basically business logic. That is where you use Swift. And you can ask questions Swift UI, sorry, not Swift UI. You could ask questions Swift or Objective C, because those are equal things. But Swift UI, that is framework for building user interface. Add buttons on the screen, all that stuff, and UI kit doing the same thing. So that is question Swift UI or Objective C or UI kit or Swift UI. There is no choice between Swift or Swift UI. Okay, I hope so. MacBook 4-inch, do you have a stand to recommend to use this monitor? No, I'm using Amazon Basic, this plate where to kind of put it, and it is connected to the monitor arm, some, I don't know, no name, cheap monitor arm. It's not perfect, it's kind of shaking and all that stuff, but I don't know. It is kind of, for me, it's this. Oh, that wasn't a good idea to move camera. This is kind of temporary solution while I'm waiting for Mac Studio display. So whatever works. Yes, we should. Yeah, exactly. We should do collab. Some dancing, pointing words, and as less information in the reel as possible. Something like, yeah, what I said. What do you need to start iOS developer's career? And I'm kind of pointing Xcode, and then and then Martin Soft's learn Swift, and then build apps. That will be amazing. Hey, hello, Rafael. Hello. Yeah. I don't really like those reels. I don't like that type of reels. I like short films. I like comedy, but I don't know, did few times. I don't know, some developer expectations versus kind of real life, and this my yesterday's reel. Indie developers, freelance developers commute to the work. Those are my kind of dad jokes. I laughing about them by myself, and then I'm making reels about them. But that dancing and pointing to the words, I don't know. Yeah, right. We can clip actually here as well in YouTube. It is a thing. Actually, we have highlight. Oh yeah, I can do, but okay, I can do that later. But oh, actually here, yeah, exactly. There is possibility to highlight videos here as well. Okay, we'll cancel that. We'll check that later. Oh, I can make stream marker. Yeah, that will work. So definitely, I should make a short from that. Yeah, definitely. Good point. Yeah. Actually, maybe there is. Yeah, actually, maybe there is tool for you as well on stream to cut things. I don't know. Probably that should be on interface. Yeah, we should have a beer with John. Maybe Yeah, that could go viral. I think so. That has good big potential. Okay, we are over hour already. So yeah, that was really nice to have this discussion. And yeah, I really like that's why I do those co-working streams on Twitch as well, especially if I'm not so busy with work and I can spend more time of discussion, and also kind of audience has more time and we can kind of jump in different topics. It's really nice. Yeah, today we discussed how fast Twitch will die. Because I see that YouTube is already kind of catching Twitch on live streaming things, and Twitch is doing nothing. I don't know. We'll see. I hope that Twitch will stay around because yeah, audience and community on Twitch is great, but I don't see them doing anything. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. Have a great rest of the week, and yeah, I will try to kind of narrow my rambling down to more detail, to more kind of yeah, to essential for essential parts. I will do video that will be posted on the next week. Okay, where is my finish button? Found it. Yeah, have a great day. See you on next video, next live stream on Twitch, on YouTube, wherever you are. See you. Bye bye.